that Nike has now gotten involved in the trolling of Angel Reese, as they have decided to put a billboard in Chicago right down the road from where Angel Reese plays.
Reese is fuming and her fans are losing their minds, and it's absolutely entertaining to witness. Why? Because towering over the streets of Chicago is a gigantic billboard of none other than Caitlyn Clark. Yes, Clark's face is proudly displayed right in the heart of Reese's territory, and her fans are reacting as if it's a national disaster. It's almost as if their queen has been dethroned from her own kingdom.
This is one of the billboards, bro. So as y'all can see, it's not one, but it's two damn billboards in downtown Chicago.
Social media is buzzing with outrage. They're calling it disrespectful, disgusting, and just about every other D word they can think of. But here's the reality. That billboard is exactly where it deserves to be. Billboards aren't put up for players who miss layups and talk more than they play. They're for superstars and game changers like Caitlyn Clark. Chicago just made a bold statement. They know who the real star is. And here's the kicker. According to Basketball Reference, Clark's player page is the most visited one, even in Illinois. That's right, even in Reese's team's own backyard, fans are more interested in CC than in Reese.
No way! They finna put a Caitlyn Clark billboard in Angel Reese City. And I'll be damned. They did. Oh, they super did. They got not one billboard, but two billboards right next to each other.
Of course, Reese's fans are in full panic mode, scrambling to spin this as some kind of insult, crying about how unfair it is to their so-called face of the league. But let's be clear. This is business. Brands invest in the name that moves the needle, not the player stacking up bricks like she's on a construction site. The reality is simple. Caitlyn Clark is the future. Angel Reese, just background noise.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
For Clark isn't just popular. Because she's talented. She's popular because she's transformed the way people see women's basketball. Fans tune in specifically to watch her play. Kids are copying her logo shots, and even adults who never cared about the WNBA are now circling Fever games on their calendars. Meanwhile, Reese's fans are left clinging to memories of that one college tournament run where her team carried her to a national championship, mainly because there's not much else worth celebrating.
It's hilarious because it's my understanding now, she keeps telling us, Angel Reese keeps telling us, that it's not just Caitlyn Clark, that she's part of this brigade of women's basketball players that are leading all these new viewers into the WNBA. And I think it's these ratings right here that prove the biggest point.
And what's Angel up to while Clark is busy shaping the future of the game? She's busy making TikTok dances and popping up at every event that'll have her. Chasing clout might get you likes, but it doesn't get you much else.
So here we have the Chicago Sky social media page, everybody. I believe this is their Facebook account. You see they want to type in the mix of caps and lowercase to act like you're mocking somebody, right? So let's read this together. I know you Angel Reese fans also. Y'all don't have that much intelligence and y'all got her GPA. So let's read out loud together, shall we, everybody? But why did the Chicago Sky hate the Fever? They play too hard. They talk too much.
Let's be real. That billboard didn't just appear out of nowhere. Caitlyn Clark earned every pixel of that massive display in the heart of Chicago. While Angel Reese's fans are losing their minds like someone set her jersey on fire, Caitlyn was doing what she always does, rewriting the history books. She's been packing arenas, breaking records, and inspiring the next generation of hoopers. You don't get a billboard for talking the loudest. You get it for playing the best.
This is more statistical data that proves, no, nobody's tuning in to see Angel Reese.
And that's the truth Reese's fan base can't handle. Deep down, they know it stings. Their queen is out here missing layups, while Caitlyn is draining logo threes and turning defenders into traffic cones. But here's the part that's really eating them up. You put Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark side by side in Chicago, or anywhere for that matter, and Clark's star shines brighter every single time. Whenever Clark plays in Chicago, the arena is packed, and more than half the crowd is cheering for the Fever. Why? Because while Reese is busy getting ejected from games and posting cryptic tweets, Caitlyn is letting her game do all the talking. She's leading, she's winning, and she's becoming the face of the league. That's why she's on that billboard. That's why brands are lining up to partner with her. And that's why every city, even on Reese's own turf, is celebrating. Caitlyn Clark.
You think about the business and the long-term effects of the WNBA and how do we continue to make this a viable league and keep these fans around that you have? You got to think long-term. And in terms of longevity, Caitlyn Clark provides that right now. She is a buzzword. She is trending globally, not nationally, globally. Regardless of what team you play for, whether you're a fan, everyone's talking about her right now.
But just when you thought the meltdown was cooling off, Reese's fans found something new to complain about. This time, it wasn't just about the billboard. It was Kelsey Plum who had them up in arms. That's right, Plum, two-time WNBA champion, Olympian, certified baller, and someone who actually wins, shared a simple opinion saying the Sparks have the best front court in the league. And you'd think she declared war on Chicago with how Reese's fans completely lost it.
Took her luggage and went over to LA. And yesterday was her introductory press conference where she said something that was true in nature. But again, this is the WNBA. And no matter how true, no matter how factual something may be, it doesn't matter. We deal in feelings. We don't deal with facts, but we deal with feelings.
Apparently, in their world, saying anything that doesn't glorify Angel Reese is considered an attack. In their minds, having Reese on your roster automatically makes you the best team in the league. Forget skill, forget records. If Angel's there, that's all that matters, right? Wrong. Reese's fans live in this alternate reality where her presence alone guarantees championships. But last I checked, her team missed the playoffs. Not only that, but their record actually got worse after Reese joined.
What is it about this young core, that young group that stands out to you?
I think their versatility. If you go down the line, Cam, I think Cam is a defensive player of the year, just waiting to brew. Rakia's an all-star. Ray Burrell's just tremendous talent, and I think that she could be one of the best two-way guards in the league. So when you look at the versatility, everyone can shoot, they can play multiple positions, they can guard multiple positions, and they're all competitors. They want to win, they want to get better, they want to be great.
Of course, facts don't matter to these people. When Kelsey Plum spoke the truth, they called it shade. No, that's not shade. That's reality. The Sparks have built a powerhouse front court with size, skill, and actual production. Meanwhile, Reese's team is doing a lot of talking, but not much winning. But Reese's fans don't want to hear that. They'd rather plug their ears and chant double-double machine like it's some magic spell that'll turn bricks into buckets. Here's the truth. Kelsey Plum didn't say anything about Reese personally. She just gave credit where it was due. But when you're insecure about your favorite player's performance, everything feels like a threat. That's the real reason they're so defensive. Deep down, they know that if Reese were truly that girl, if she were really on Caitlyn Clark's level, they wouldn't need to defend her every time someone spoke the truth. The wins would speak for themselves, but they don't. And that's why every comment, every ranking, every billboard feels like a gut punch.
7 days out of 7 days, I would much rather pick De'Arica Hamby and Cameron Brink over Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. That's just me. That's just the fact of the matter.
11 Reese's fans have created this wild fantasy world where just having Angel on the roster is supposed to strike fear into the entire WNBA. Like the moment she laces up her sneakers, everyone else is supposed to just pack it up and go home. Hate to break it to them, but basketball doesn't work that way, especially when half those sneakers are stumbling toward another missed layup. Yet here they are, clutching their pearls like Kelsey Plum insulted their grandmother, all because she had the audacity to say the Sparks have the best front line in the league. Let's call it what it is: delusion. Angel Reese is talented, No doubt, but she's not the second coming of Lisa Leslie, and she's definitely not the face of the WNBA. But good luck convincing her fans of that. They actually believe that grabbing her own bricks off the backboard counts as dominance. Newsflash, that's not elite basketball.
It did kind of make me sad because as bad as she is at layups, and she is bad, I'm gonna go over percentages in a second, I don't like to see someone's confidence completely destroyed like that. It's not, you know, what we don't set out to do that in sports. We set out to say, hey, you need to do this better. Or I mean, I don't set out to do that. But like, it's just a fact. She is, I mean, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups.
And speaking of those bricks, can we talk about the layup situation? What is going on there? Watching Reese drive to the basket is like watching someone with a personal vendetta against scoring. Is she aiming for the hoop or trying to high-five the shot clock? Every time she misses from point-blank range, and let's be real, that's pretty often, you can almost hear the collective sigh from the crowd. Yet when she finally gets one to drop after 4 attempts, she celebrates like she just hit a game winner. That's not stat padding, that's stat begging.
I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad.
What makes it even funnier are Reese's own claims about changing the game. Changing what exactly? The league's patience for missed layups? If there were a trophy? For the most dramatic flop after contact, sure, give it to her. But the notion that Angel Reese is revolutionizing women's basketball? Come on. The only thing she's changing is the definition of a highlight reel. Because apparently, that now includes 6 missed shots, followed by a free throw celebration.
Immeasurably better at basketball than Angel Reese. I think we all know this. Again, Caitlyn Clark is, you know, the huge A-list star, the Harrison Ford, back when Harrison Ford had that 20-year stretch of nothing but #1 movies. Domination, Star Wars, Indiana, historic domination. Caitlyn Clark, you're seeing it right here.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark is doing what real stars do, dominating. She's not out here begging for attention, she's earning it. When people tune in to watch Caitlyn, they know they're about to witness something special. She's draining threes from the logo, threading passes with surgical precision, and making everyone around her better, and the numbers back it up. When Caitlyn Clark plays, arenas sell out, TV ratings hit new highs, and millions of fans tune in. Kids everywhere are trying to imitate her moves. That's real impact. Now compare that to Reese. Her games draw maybe a few 100,000 viewers, and let's be honest, half of them are there for the drama, not the basketball. They're watching to see what chaos unfolds this time. Is she arguing with the ref again? Flopping after a missed layup? Celebrating a rebound like she just won an Olympic gold? It's more reality TV than elite basketball. That's the difference. Caitlyn Clark is making history. Angel Reese is making headlines. And only one of those things truly matters.
Hollywood Boulevard. So it's one in Cali as well. Wow. Caitlyn Clark is taking over the United States, bro.
But let's get back to the Billboards, because that's what kicked off this meltdown in the first place. Caitlyn Clark's face is shining down on Chicago, and Reese's fans are acting like it's some kind of personal insult. But this isn't about Chicago loyalty or respect. It's about the fact that Angel Reese's fans know, deep down, that Caitlyn Clark is everything they wish their favorite player could be. Every time they see that billboard, every time they hear about another record-breaking stat, and every time Caitlyn's jersey sells out in minutes, they're reminded of the gap. And that gap is getting wider every single day. So, what's their response? Twitter tantrums, excuses, blaming the media, anything to avoid facing the truth. But the truth is staring them right in the face, literally, from that billboard. Caitlyn Clark is the future. Angel Reese is just part of the past that refuses to let go.
Keep waiting for the star power. I keep waiting for the supposed mainstream appeal of Angel Reese to draw flies to this incredibly stale turd. Hell, at this point, my expectations are so low, I'm just looking for Unrivaled to show signs of life. I'm just looking for minor improvements, small improvements like ratings going from nothing to almost nothing. But this damn secondary dump, they can't even give me that.
And the funniest part? This is just the beginning. Those billboards, they're not going anywhere. If anything, there are going to be even more. Think this is bad? Just wait until Caitlyn Clark starts lighting up the WNBA next season. Wait until she's dropping 30 on Reese's team while fans in Chicago are rocking her jersey courtside. That billboard isn't just a sign, it's a warning. Caitlyn Clark has arrived. And Angel Reese? She better get used to looking up, because that's where Clark is going to be, on the billboards, in the record books, and at the very top of this league.
A lot of people say that Caitlyn Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Now that Caitlyn Clark is finally getting the recognition she deserves, what better place to remind everyone than right in the heart of Angel Reese's so-called territory? Picture this. Reese's fans walking down the street, ready to pick up their McDonald's Angel Reese meal, only to look up and boom! Caitlyn Clark's face plastered across a giant billboard, reminding them exactly who runs this league. You just know that the moment they see it, their day is ruined. Takeout bags in hand, phones out to tweet something salty, all because the reality is staring them right in the face. This is Caitlyn Clark's world, and Angel Reese is just visiting. Let's be real. Every basketball fan who truly knows the game felt that little rush of satisfaction when that billboard went up. It's poetic justice. After months of Reese's fans shouting online about how she's the real face of women's basketball, the billboard said, "Actually, no. Here's the real star. Enjoy your walk to work." Caitlyn Clark didn't have to say a word. The message was loud and clear. That's what happens when you let your game do the talking.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, honestly, and I feel very fortunate and lucky to come here to stay in the Midwest. And you know, this is the franchise in all of women's sports. I say, you know, no matter what sport it is, you know, they're certainly investing. They see the type of crowds we get. They see the excitement we're generating, not only in the state of Indiana, but all across the country. And I think the next few years are going to be amazing for this franchise, and will continue to be for hopefully 10 plus years. And hopefully we win a few championships, but they're investing to help us be really good. So just putting all the right pieces together and doing it on the floor to, you know, return that favor to them. But I'm just really thankful to be here, and thankful to, you know, all of Pacers Sport and Entertainment, the Simon family, and then obviously Kelly and Amber.
Because while Angel's been out here missing layups and posting TikToks about how she's changing the game, Caitlyn Clark has actually been changing the game. She's shattering records, draining logo threes like it's just another warm-up, and making sure every WNBA arena is packed to the rafters. Caitlyn Clark isn't out here begging for attention. It's following her wherever she goes. She's not chasing clout. She's making everyone acknowledge her greatness. And that's what burns Reese's fans the most. Caitlyn doesn't need gimmicks. She's just better. And with the WNBA season approaching, that billboard is just the start. This is the season when Caitlyn Clark's takeover becomes undeniable. The Indiana Fever aren't just rolling out a star player, they're unleashing a future MVP.
No, I just come out here and try to, you know, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful. And the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with it.
19 Reese's fans can keep convincing themselves that their girl is the future. They can type out all the think pieces they want about changing the culture, but every time they pass that billboard, they'll get a reality check. That's not Angel Reese's face up there. It's Caitlyn Clark's. And that's because Clark is the one driving ticket sales. Clark is the one ESPN can't stop talking about. And Clark is the one every kid wants to be. Angel Reese might be loud, but Caitlyn Clark is legendary. That billboard? It's just the first sign of what's coming. This is only the beginning. Soon, those billboards will be in every city. New York, LA, even right in front of the Aces arena, where Aja Wilson can look up and see her future competition for MVP. And every time Angel Reese's fans see one, they can keep telling themselves she's changing the game. But the rest of us, we know the truth. Caitlyn Clark isn't changing the game, she's already changed it. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we'll see you in the next one.